How can there be no sound? That's the output. We got I mean, it was like microscopically not in. It was incredible. Seriously, all I did was just touch it. So do we still have it? Ah, okay. Not much I can do about the connection at this point. Yeah, it's bizarre. I'm getting a poor connection. What a beautiful day. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the report. Not much I can do about that. And good. Thank you. Yeah, the last couple streams I did with the lab mic worked great. So I got my powder. It's my powder puff because it's there's a lot of wind. Fortunately, I can get support here in Taiwan for this particular mic. I might just have to send it back. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's late there, so. All right, Hooters, you take care, thanks. I can barely see with my shades on, but I want to take them off because it's so bright. Oh my goodness, and the screen is shiny. I used to have a matte. Now, let me do this. For photography. Thank you, Hoodoos. You have a good day too. I got another Costco, and it's fully reclinable with a sliding pillow, so I can put the pillow behind my head. But I don't care. I'll just wear my shades everywhere after that. Nobody will know. Gonna meet my wife at the mall later because Phoenix has taken a rollerblade class today. Now, that's not that I wanted to miss that. It's just that, you know how every day, or yeah, every once in a while, you have to take a day just what I'm doing. I've been so busy recording and doing other things. I got a lot of the responsibilities. And I'm also, I'm working on a patent application. And if any of you have ever done that, it is a thrash. I mean, it's not, you can't just simply state what you've invented and what its purpose is. You got to go through all these exhibits and, you know, it's nuts. So I've been busy with that. I want to say hi to everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining, and I want to say hi to everyone on Periscope. We're simultaneously broadcasting on both platforms through Restream.io. Now, if you'll notice in your very often, but there are playlists on. There's the famous playlist for our late night show, and if you use the pull down menu, you can go to the late night show page. You can also send us a postcard from there too, by downloading the PDF file with the addresses in it. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you will see iVideo.com. That's our sponsor, our iVideo.com.tw. For those of you traveling to Taiwan, or even if you live in Taiwan, if you're traveling throughout Asia or Europe especially, and you want a Wi-Fi box, you know, instead of going, hey Coco, instead of going, you know, to the kiosk. Coco, I want to say hi to you in just a second. I just got to get through this. Sorry. The YouTube video, go to the description and you'll find a 10% discount code. Arrange it so when you land at the airport, you can pick it up and you're gone. It's a Wi-Fi box. You can even get a Wi-Fi battery bank, and the whole family can use it. It's great. So you don't have to have like individual SIM cards. Coco, I have missed you so much. I sent you some private messages on online. You probably didn't see them, but I have actually been a little bit worried about where you've been. How are you doing? Big hugs and kisses. My goodness, it is good to see you. But I know it's getting late there. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So excellent, excellent. No, seriously, I have been, listen, you're part of our family. I said it's too late. You can't, you can't deny, your family. So yeah. Haven't seen you for a while. How's your husband doing? How's everything? So you've been good? That's excellent. We're doing well, thank you. I'll give you an update in a second. We haven't been doing too much from the studio as far as live streaming because Streamlabs OBS is kind of broken. There's a problem with the monitoring. But I was looking at the train conductor video that you did for me, and it is fantastic. I got to show you. If you guys haven't seen it, if you look either in Periscope or on YouTube on my previous broadcasts, you will see a broadcast where I debunk Taiwan's transparent alien, the whole controversy. And in that, towards the beginning, is a video that Coco did, and it's fantastic. You got to watch it. But we're doing good. Phoenix. You know how every parent says, "Oh, my kid's so smart." Oh yeah. Oh, there's sun here. Oh yeah. Here, let me do this. Yeah, I can see the sun on my face. I got my hat on and I got my shades on because it's like, yeah. I got a black technical shirt. I took my long sleeve shirt off. I told my wife that I was gonna leave when I get a sunburn. And a sunburn, so yeah, there you go. Well, you would love it here. But I haven't had a sunburn in years, and I grew up in Florida. One of the things I love about Taiwan is that this is the West Coast. So it's like California, but it's also like the West Coast of Florida, and that's where I grew up. So it's really funny because a lot of places in Taiwan remind me of like Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg. That's where I grew up in my early years. All right, now, as I was saying, every parent thinks their kid is smart and cute and all this stuff. I guess not really because of DNA. It is nice. Phoenix's pitch is very, very good. And her rhythm and timing is excellent. And turns out she's a good dancer. If we go to a restaurant and they're playing like some hot tunes, she'll get out of her seat and just start dancing next to our table. It's amazing. And she's quite good for only 6. And nobody's taught her anything. She just makes up these moves. But when I take her to the piano class and I listen to her, and especially when she sings, when people sing, their pitch usually drifts. There, Eric. Well, go crack open a cass and plug your guitar in, and everything will be okay. But you know how most people, when they sing without accompaniment, it just, yeah, I think you're right. I think she does have a lot more talent than I know. Yeah, and so, I got my talent from my mom. My mom was a recording artist in the 50s and 60s. I grew up watching her on TV and listened to her on the radio, and I played clubs with her and stuff when I was a kid. And so it really wasn't a surprise. It was just annoying. And so, how like people will sing without accompaniment, just by themselves, a cappella, as we say, or as we used to say in the studio, Acapulco. And so Phoenix will be in the back seat while I'm driving, and she'll say, "Papa, can I sing?" And I'm like, "Of course, you don't have to ask me." And she'll go like, "Row, row, row your boat." And she'll sing the whole song, but at the very end of it, she'll be, "Life is but a dream," and she'll be on the same key. And it's just, You should see my face. Guys next to me at the stoplight say, what's wrong with that guy? He's grinning from ear to ear like an idiot. It's very gratifying to know that she has those ears, you know. Hey, did Dave come in? I didn't see Dave. Dave, did you, oh, I see what's going on. Okay, Eric is on Periscope and you saw Dave enter the scope. Okay, I didn't see Dave leave a comment yet, so. How you guys doing? We're at the beach and I down here. This is we call this Moon Beach. And this is part of an area of Hsinchu that they call the 17-kilometer Oh, it's gorgeous. And I've ridden it on my trike. And I'll go out here. There are a couple, let's see if we can find them. There are a couple fishing boats out there. See, there's a fishing boat right there. I don't have my gimbal. The reason I don't use my gimbal on the beach should be obvious. It is a precision device and I don't want sand in it. And there's some airplanes, you know, going in the air. Look at the sky. Look at the color of the sky today. It's just, but that's that side of the beach. And so this is what we got here today. And this, of course, is my mount. I'm gonna put it back in. Yeah, handheld broadcast. I know it's very unusual for me, but and so I'm chilling out here today. Got my shades on. A couple of weeks ago in the late night group, I posted a photo of a bottle of that Umebushi, or Umeshu, I guess it's called, the plum wine that was by Suntory, that was cask matured. And so coming down to the beach, it's only 14% alcohol. I didn't want to drink a lot because I got to drive later and I wanted to get it over early. I got a bottle of that today and poured it over ice in my giant stainless steel cup. I'm here to tell you that I would love to have a sponsorship by those guys. That I really liked about it is if you've all had choya before, or choyo, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but I think it's choya or choya. It's too sweet. I drink this stuff and then I want to down a bunch of water to kind of balance out my blood sugar. Well, this wasn't sweet, and the oak casks did for it what it does for rum and what it does for whiskey, and the maturation. Just get the bottle and show you. It is right here. It's made by, and the bottom word is a good time. Now this says plum liqueur matured in the toasted casks in Yamazaki. So those are the toasted casks. When they toast them, it's kind of like scotch, right? So that's the Yamazaki toasted casks. And this is it right here. And let me tell you, it's empty. So for the rest of the afternoon, MJ's drinking because I think down here at the beach I'm probably going to have some pretty much RF interference free reception. Now we got a boat out here, and let's see if we can zoom in on it, see if I can find it here. Where is it? Hang on, I really can't see what I'm looking at because it's just so bright. There it is. That's the boat right there. Yeah. Taiwan Strait is dangerous. It's known for riptide, and you really can't, there aren't many beaches on the west coast that you can safely swim at. This one here, swimming, is strictly forbidden. But if you've got a jet ski, you can pull it down there. Oh, that's cool. Gotta do what you gotta do. It is, you know, it is Saturday afternoon there, Dave, so you're usually scoping something cool yourself. I just decided to come down here. Oh, my white skin is turning red. I love it. I want to go to bed tonight and feel the heat of the sun. That's what I want. I know it sounds weird to you guys, but I grew up like that in Florida. We would go to the beach after we went to church every morning, I mean, every Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we would go to church, and then we would go to the beach, and we'd spend the afternoon at the beach, and we'd come home at night and all sunburned. Now, I will share a Florida secret that a lot of people don't seem to know. I've talked to hundreds of people about this. But if you have a sunburn, one of the best things you can use is Noxzema. You know that stuff that it's kind of a strange consistency cream. I don't know what else you use it for. I guess people use it as a skin cleanser, but in Florida we used it as a sunburn remedy, and it instantly cools sunburn, and it works like a charm. But what I found is if, you know, I'm light-skinned, I'm German Irish, and if I get, you know, a sunburn, yeah, I know Noxzema is it's good. It is a good skincare product. I just never knew it had any other use until I got older. But seriously, oh, and we'll be right back with the Dave and Osaka show after these words. That's funny. But you know, my light skin would get you know, a red burn, and I would put the Noxzema on it, and the next morning it would be like a golden brown. Which what you want. If you've got light skin, you want to get that, you want to get over that and get into the golden brown area, and then once you're in that zone, then you're okay. But funny thing, living in Taiwan, I don't go to the beach. It's an island, and I go to the beach less here than I did in New Hampshire. New Hampshire's got like a 20-mile stretch of beach that, you know, where just the corner of the state touches the ocean, just above Massachusetts. And I've been on Hampton Beach and all around there a lot more than I've been to the beach here. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Every 48 hours, huh? See, Dave, this is why I miss you when you're not in my broadcast. You're like a co-host, you know? I mean, you should be sitting beside me, giving us all this information. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Dave in Osaka, joining us live. I presume you're in Osaka at the moment, but knowing you, you could be anywhere. So Dave, where are you going next? I know you're going to get, in about a month, you're going to get some time off from school. Where are you going next? And I got one other question for you after that, some. Oh, really? Yeah, well, it is all melatonin related. Oh, that's very, very interesting. Dobre utro. Как позвоите? Myanmar is cool. Какая хорошая погода. Nice. I have never been to Myanmar. I've been invited, but I just haven't been able to go. Of course, you know, I got a 6-year-old daughter. I got to work with her. But one of our friends, Xiao Hui, who lives in our neighborhood, is she's Myanmar-born Chinese who moved to Dobre, spasiba. Who moved to actually became a refugee in Thailand, and got a fake Thailand ID so she could stay there. It's kind of funny. But the interesting thing about Taiwan is there's a concept of what we call a Zhonghuarang, and it means people of Chinese ethnicity. And when instead of saying Zhongguo, which means, you know, the country China, they say Zhonghua, which kind of means like a Chinese ethnicity. And any overseas Chinese ethnic person is welcome to come to Taiwan and get a Taiwan ID. It's amazing. So that means that any person with Chinese DNA and a, you know, traceable lineage can become Taiwanese, and that's what she did. She moved to Taiwan many, many years ago. and she has invited us to Myanmar and the Golden Triangle up at the top of where John Ho lives in Thailand. She's invited us there many times. She's doing real estate. She's actually got a Golden Triangle real estate company where she's selling real estate in that whole area and cross country between Myanmar and Thailand. I don't think so, Dave. I think she's in Chiang Rai is where I think she's at. And because she was mentioning that before. And I asked her, are there many Chinese-speaking people there? Because if I go there, I got to communicate. She said, yeah. And she, of course, would just translate for us. But sorry, I moved. One of the great things about many of my Thai friends is that they do speak Chinese. So when I go there, it's pretty easy, and I've got access to things, But my best friend in Thailand is a Thai national who also has Swiss and Australian citizenship, and he's the most famous immigration attorney in the country of Thailand. His name is Mr. Bancho, and he's a really big help to me when I go there because, I can ask him anything I want in English. It's great. I heard from some of my Thai friends that are musicians the other day, and they're still playing. They still got these shows going on, and they've invited me to come back, and so who knows? Now that we have Periscope and YouTube live streaming, if I ever go back and we do a show, we can live stream that. It'll be a lot of fun. But I do want to say I feel bad. I'm sorry. I regret that I haven't been streaming as much as I used to. You get people used to a schedule, and then you abandon them, and they get upset. And for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be really consumed with my patent application. And I have kind of an internal deadline that I have for some of the new tunes. I'm simultaneously working on several songs at a time, adding things to this one, adding things to that one, adding things to the next one, and making little work mixes, so I can see like, well, how did this new guitar part sound, and I play it back, a zillion times, and then, this is how most producers work, actually. And then if they find anything that annoys them after hearing it 200 times, and they realize, well, I should have done it this way, and then they go back and fix it. It's just a way to the problem with recording is that you have to put yourself in the position of the music consumer who's been listening to it for 6 months. You don't want them to get tired of it. You don't want them to get annoyed by something that maybe isn't as good as it should be. So you have to sort of listen to it as if you've been listening to it for a long time. And the only way to do that is to play it in your phone, play it in your car, play it in the house as many times as you can until your family wants to disown you. And then you have heard it, more times than the average listener would have heard it. And it's time consuming, but that's what I've been doing. So at some point, I don't mind releasing some of the work mixes to the friends in the late night group because I know they're not going to, do anything with it. But for those of you who are interested in joining the late night group on the Line app, which is what we use all over Asia, please, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see TaiwanLive.tv. Go to TaiwanLive.tv, use the pull-down menu, go to the late night show. There is a QR code there. Warned that there is, in fact, a lot of message traffic there. You may want to the world, therefore all different time zones. So in the middle of the night, you might get the ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. If you don't want it, turn it off. Our friend Nate, this is funny, I gotta tell you guys this. Our friend Nate joined the group for a few days, remember that? And then he left, and he messaged me privately later. He says, MJ, I couldn't stay in the group. Nothing personal. I like it. I like the people. It's just I can't stand waking up and having unread messages on my phone. I got to immediately clear them out. And it was too much. I was like, okay, I understand. Some people are like that, so. That's how it is sometimes. So are we still on the air? Give me a check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We're still on the air. It says we're still on the air. But suddenly everybody went quiet. Now, the sun is just so beautiful today. This is great. I got my lounge chair and it completely reclines. So as soon as I am finished with this live stream, I am going to kick the footstool part out. I'm going to go horizontal. I'm going to slide the pillow up to the top, and I'm going to chill for the next hour. But it is a glorious day today. All right, now it shows that we have, yep, it shows we still have our viewers on. All right, let me go back because I think the Taiwan Strait is more interesting. That's what I think. I think it's more interesting than the Taiwan Strait. There you go. Taiwan Strait, and I had to make it straight. Hey there, Dean. Jetty over there. Let me do this. I'm going to handhold this for a second. They put kind of a jetty over here, and it's let me see. It's made out of. Oh, hang on a second. What's going on? What just happened? What just happened? Okay, it's going on over here. I don't know if you can see that. See who those people are? There's a little kind of a stone jetty that they put over there, and I think it's supposed to be like a little lagoon for kids to play at. And that's kind of new. I was here earlier in the year, and that wasn't there. So I think the beach maintenance guys just dropped those boulders there to kind of keep the surf from pounding that. Because a lot of families come here, and the first time I ever brought Phoenix here, she went absolutely nuts. I have never in my life seen a kid play like that. Nobody had to tell her how to play or teach her how to play. She just started going wild. And the kids love it down here. And so that's formed kind of like a little lagoon over there. Looks nice. I see a kid in a diaper over there, so nice and safe. Yeah, so because we're 25 degrees off the equator here, we do have a longer beach season, you know, than I used to have in many places in North America. Even Florida. Sometimes this place is even way hotter than Florida. So there you go. More people are showing up. When I came here today at noon, there's only one other car in the whole parking lot. Sometimes people have it in their mind that because it's November, it's too cold to be at the beach, but absolutely not today. Tide's going way out. When I came here today, it was about up to here, and it's gone out considerably. It leaves this beautiful plain, but you see how dark the sand is in the front? And that's obviously where the water came up, you know, to the high tide level. High tide level was like right there, see? Right up. Yeah, it really, really is. What do they call you? Bass, bass, Oyo? Nice to have you with us. Thanks for joining on Periscope. We are simulcasting on Periscope and YouTube Live. I'm using my lavalier mic so it's not in here so much. But over to my right are a lot of wind power machines. And if you were to look down south and drive down there, there are a number of new wind farms that contain dozens and dozens and dozens of these machines, and many of them now they're putting offshore out into the ocean. Okay, John, thanks so much. Yeah, somebody's driving down through here. Yeah, look at that. They're 4x4. Yeah, thanks for joining, John. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, Taiwan is just unbelievable. The scenery, you know, there's like, I'm drinking my alcohol out here and there's no cops, nobody cares. Nobody's gonna say anything. I ate my peanuts and, you know, shelled peanuts, and I just threw the shells in the sand because, you know, there's driftwood and everything else here, and they're biodegradable. They're gonna disappear, but nobody came up and said, oh, you're littering. I don't think like banana peels and peanut shells are littering. I mean, Coke cans and plastic bags, that's littering. But yeah, there's personal freedom here is just fantastic. Having such a good time sitting out here and enjoying the sun, getting a little bit of a sunburn at the end of November. It's about, gosh, it's about 27 or 28 degrees now, maybe a little bit higher than that. Picture perfect day. If I angle the camera up, you'll see there isn't a cloud in the sky. I mean, look at that. Right to straight up, nothing. It is just a little bit of haze on the horizon, which is typical. You know, the beach, you've got the ozone layer. Down here is the other part of the beach. It's unbelievable. Yeah, so I think I might even just kick back and take a nap. Got my lounge chair. When I came to the beach this morning, there wasn't a single footprint anywhere. This would be a good place to do one of those meditation beach scopes, you know? Yeah. So you can see how, oh, it's my powder puff. Yeah, my lab mic, otherwise the noise from the wind would be overpowering. Quite a number of boats out here today, fishing boats. I can't imagine what it looks like offshore. Must be fantastic. Several planes have flown over today, and I've flown in and out of Taiwan, particularly to Southeast Asia, dozens of times. And coming in from that way, from the southeast up here, is from the south, from the air. I have a number of articles with photographs that I've taken at night of Taiwan from the air, and yeah, dead mouse on my shirt. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I think we have a bot. Yeah, it's a dead mouse. What it looks like. It's my powder puff. Testing 1 2 1 2. I don't know why they made it white. Sometimes you want to be cool. Like the foam windscreen is black, but the powder puff windscreen is white. I should dye the thing black. Sometimes you're trying to be inconspicuous and cool. And I was like, what is that? Of course, I guess if you put it on your tie, it looks like tie tack. But yeah, what can I say? If I didn't know, I got fit over my glasses. Real confused. I'll go to church tomorrow with my shades on. Wear my black suit, men in black. Now let's go back to the Taiwan Strait. Enough of me. See some people going out there and dipping their feet in the water. The water should be quite warm though, as you may know. Water temperature is usually a month behind air temperature changes, which may explain why you go, well, it does explain why you go down in the early summer and it still feels really cold. Plane going overhead. It's just off the charts. I'm going to kick back, guys. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. It's Saturday. Normally I scope broadcast on Sunday night. I'm going to see what's going on tomorrow night. That would be tomorrow night our time. Lately we've been doing some convenience store broadcasts, and they've been quite popular as we show some of the fare that you can get here. And I want to thank everyone for joining. Thanks so much for your comments. I really appreciate it. I'm just lock this chair. I'm going to kick back the thanks, Coco. Thanks so much for joining. I'm going to kick back the footrest. I'm going to slide the pillow up, and I'm going to nod off. Really, really good to see you, Coco. Thanks so much. I was worried about you. And we always worry about those in the late night family, you know. We have a really good group. Everybody's welcome to join. Go to TaiwanLive.tv, use the pull down menu, go to the late night section, and feel free to use the QR code for the Line app. Love to have you join us. Thank you very much. You guys have a fine day. And we're going to say 再见 from Taiwan. Bye-bye.